y'all, it's Ilana and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to go ahead and talk about how I've been dealing with unemployment in hopes that it can help you deal with unemployment if you're currently facing that right now. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I post new videos every Mondays and sometimes on Fridays. I'm a single millennial just trying to navigate dating and life in general. It's hard. So if you can relate to all that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. One thing that I've really enjoyed about being unemployed is that I get to sleep in. I don't really have to wake up at a forced time and have to rush to go out and be somewhere. So it's been really nice to just catch up on sleep. I don't know about you, but I love sleep. I really value it, and waking up every morning before a job has always been very, very hard for me. So if you are currently unemployed, I just recommend that you enjoy taking advantage of just waking up a little bit later than you normally would. Your body's just gonna feel a little bit more refreshed and you're gonna have a little bit more energy since you're not forcing your body to wake up at a certain time and feeling groggy during the day. But you don't want to make sure you're oversleeping, because if you do oversleep, then you'll also feel groggy during the day. So make sure you find that right balance of waking up so you have enough energy and not feeling really crappy throughout the day. That's really been helping me throughout this time, is just being able to sleep more and just giving my body the energy that it needs. So the second thing that I want to talk about how I've been managing to get through unemployment, and this is going to sound very cheesy and cliche, but I am going to the gym, I'm exercising. I remember the day that I immediately lost my job, I told myself, okay, first things first, tomorrow, go to the gym and to continue to eat as best and healthy as you can. It is really important that you take care of yourself and your well-being and your health while you are unemployed. I really like going to the gym, as you guys know, and going to the gym really helps me maintain my sanity, and I can guarantee you it'll help you maintain your sanity as well. So please, please, please go to the gym, get moving, eat as well as you possibly can, and you're just gonna feel so much better in a really crappy situation, if that makes any kind of sense. So one thing that I just wanted to briefly mention is that I know with my unemployment right now, yes, I am feeling pretty numb and I've been very bored with unemployment. I know that being unemployed can be a very emotionally numbing feeling, and it can also be extremely boring since there really isn't much to do. But I recommend that you keep busy, whether it's going to the gym like I mentioned, working on a passion project, volunteering. It's really important that you don't stay bored during this time. I know you have so much free time in your hands, and sometimes it can be really overwhelming to the point where you just kind of want to sit around your house and do nothing. I've been extremely guilty of that. There have been so many days where I just kind of sit on my butt and do nothing, but I also have to remember that I have so much time that I could be using where I'm not just sitting on my butt, and I really am trying to do better about going out and doing things to keep myself occupied, because it's not healthy to be indoors applying to jobs all day long, and I'm going to cover that next. So just stay busy and don't always focus on applying to jobs. Okay, so let's talk about that now. When it comes to applying for jobs, I personally don't recommend that you spend 8 hours applying for jobs. I know that finding a full-time job is technically considered a full-time job in itself. I just personally don't think it's very healthy to be applying for jobs 8 hours of the day or longer. I think it's really important that you give yourself a time limit on applying for jobs, or you can give yourself a limit on how many jobs you want to apply to during the day. I know with me, I personally like to apply to about 5 to 8 jobs a day, and that usually takes me around, I'd say 3 to 5 hours. And I do not want to go past that 5-hour limit because I will literally drive myself insane. And I will say days where I have phone screens, especially multiple phone screens. Last week I had 5 phone screens in one day. It was absolutely nuts. But you know me, I'm trying to work quickly so I can be employed again and get the hell out of Richmond. I personally recommend to finding that balance. If you have a day where you have maybe 1 or 2 phone screens, then don't apply to as many jobs. But if you have days where you don't have as many phone screens, then you can focus on applying for more jobs, or hopefully it increases more chances of landing an interview. That's really helped me in how I've been managing my weekdays with applying for jobs. I don't want to be spending 8 to 12 hours applying to jobs. It's just not healthy. So please don't do that. You're gonna drive yourself insane. Another cheesy cliche thing that I'm going to mention is seeking out your support system. Make sure that you are spending time with people that you love, whether it's friends or family. I haven't really been seeing my friends since I've been back. I am starting to get back into that. I have reached out to some friends where I'm ready to see them again. And the reason it took me a really long time to reach out to my friends is because I needed some space. I was really frustrated and embarrassed with my situation, and I just needed some time for myself and to just focus on myself and to just give myself some time to breathe. I was really overwhelmed when I announced that I was moving back to Virginia temporarily, and all my friends from Virginia blew up my phone, and it was just too much, and I had to make a message on my social media saying, guys, please stop. I know you want to see me. I know that. I want to see you too, but right now I just need some space. When I am ready, I will reach out to you. So take as much time as you need to decompress if you have to move back to your hometown like I did. I think decompressing from the situation has really helped me get back into the right headspace. And another thing is, if you have lost your job, it took me about 1 or 2 days to really grieve over the situation, but it's really important that you snap back into it so you can find work as soon as you can. So I took about 2 days to just decompress from the situation, and then I got back onto the job search. So it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be upset over it. Give yourself some time. It will really help. If you are unemployed, this will only apply if you've actually lost your job, not if you quit on your own terms. Make sure you've filed for unemployment. I know it's never a lot of money, but it's definitely something that really helps. Another thing that I've started doing is driving for Postmates. It's definitely not a lot of money, but it is something. It can be a little bit of spending cash, and I think that is perfectly fine for me. I really don't need to be spending a lot of money on stuff right now. I'm just focusing on just paying my debt. But other than that, there's not much that I need to be spending money on. But it's nice to have some pocket change when I do want to go out, especially if I'm with a friend. So pick up an odd job, whether you want to drive for Uber, for Postmates, you want to be an Instacart shopper. I may look at that too. So it's more income that I'm bringing in, and I have all this time to do that. So consider just taking on some of those odd phone app contract jobs. Even though they may not pay a ton, they still give you money, and it's quick and easy money. Who doesn't like quick and easy money? So I definitely would recommend taking advantage of that for sure. This is something that I haven't done yet, but I plan on doing soon, and that is to go see a therapist. I don't know about you, but I love going to therapy. I'm not ashamed to say that I go to therapy. I've been going to therapy for a very long time just because I have my own problems that I deal with. And it's just really nice to talk about it with someone who isn't going to judge you, and they're going to be there to listen and kind of help you work through the situation so you can be your best self and improve your life. So that is something that I am planning on doing very, very soon. I'm just in the process of just trying to get some health insurance because you know when you're unemployed you don't have health insurance. I'm working on that. Once I get that, I'm going to start going to therapy. I'm just telling you this right now. Don't be ashamed to go to therapy. Make sure you find a therapist that's going to be a good match for you, because I know not all therapists are good therapists and not all therapists are going to be the right fit for one person. So do your research in your area and see who you think would be a good fit for you and your needs. And then the last thing that I just want to touch on is that I am constantly reminding myself that this is only temporary. Unemployment is a temporary situation. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it's temporary, but I know it is. And as long as you're staying proactive in your job search and you're keeping yourself occupied, this will not last for the rest of your life. Unless if you aren't being proactive, then yeah, it could be a permanent solution, but you don't want to make that a permanent solution. You have the power to take control over it and to make sure that it comes to an end. If all of these tips kind of helped you in some kind of way, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're looking forward to see how I spend my life unemployed in a day or a week, make sure you, again, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.